A visit to St George's Church in South Acre, near King's Lynn, Norfolk. A historic parish church known for its medieval architecture and significant historical features. It's a Grade 1 listed building reflecting its cultural and architectural importance. The church dates back to the Norman period, with its nave and font dating to that era. The chancel is 13th century, and further alterations and additions occurred in the 14th, 15th and 16th centuries. The West Tower was rebuilt by the Harsick family in the 15th and 16th centuries. In the early 12th century, the manor of South Acre was held from Earl Warren by Sir Eudo de Harsick, who was castellan or governor of Castle Acre. He and his successors were also benefactors of Castle Acre Priory nearby, endowing it with various gifts of land. The manor was held by the Harsick family until the death of Sir John Harsick in 1454, after which it passed by marriage successively until sold circa 1621 to Edward Barkham, Lord Mayor of London. In the church aisle is a tomb with a figure of a Templar knight on it, believed to be that of Sir Eudo Harsick, a 12th century crusader. There is an exceptionally fine life-size brass of 1384 to Sir John Harsick and his wife, who are portrayed holding hands, a brass to Thomas Lehman of 1534, and scanty remains of an armorial brass of 1454 to Sir Roger Harsick. In the chancel is a low tomb recess in which lies a strange, defaced and decayed wooden bearded effigy, possibly a 14th century member of the Harsick family. In the chapel is a magnificent alabaster and marble monument of 1623 to Sir Edward Barkham and his wife. Their recumbent figures lie on the tomb. He holds a book and is wearing over the armour the fur-lined robe and chain of office as Lord Mayor of London. As we walked around, we also found 3 stone coffin slabs, 2 of which were worn away, but the middle one we believe to be Templar. In the churchyard are the remains of a medieval stone cross consisting of the base of an octagonal shaft on an ornate but weathered base. Of particular interest to us, and the main reason for our visit, was to see Sir Eudo, the Knight Templar. Holding his hands in prayer with his legs crossed and his feet resting upon a lion, the imagery of a Knight Templar with crossed legs and a lion at the feet, often seen in effigies or iconography, carries both historical and esoteric significance. To the outward historical context, the meanings of the hands in prayerful contemplation and lion at the feet depicts piety, devotion and readiness for divine judgment, often associated with a knight's preparation for death or their commitment to Christian virtues. The legs crossed, frequently seen in Crusader effigies, are thought to symbolise participation in the Crusades or a vow to undertake a pilgrimage to the Holy Land, though there are various schools of thought on this and it is by no means substantiated by fact. The lion at the feet. The lion is a potent symbol of courage, nobility and strength, often linked to royalty or divine protection. In this context, it may signify the knight's bravery, their guardianship of faith, or their soul's triumph over death. Alternatively, it can represent Christ, the Lion of Judah, or vigilance in the afterlife. In esoteric traditions, crossed legs can symbolise the reconciliation of opposites, for example, spiritual and material, masculine and feminine, a concept central to mystical orders like the Templars, who were rumoured to hold secret knowledge. It may represent an initiate's mastery over base instincts, aligning with alchemical or Gnostic themes. The crossing forms an X, which in esoteric traditions can symbolise the intersection of the divine and earthly realms, or the 4 elements united. This aligns with the Templars' reputed secret knowledge, though our personal belief is that only a few were in possession of this knowledge, not all. Some esoterists link the posture to the idea of a knight crossing into a higher state of consciousness, possibly hinting at Templar connections to mystical traditions like the Kabbalah or Hermeticism. Certainly their time in the Middle East would have exposed them to this knowledge. In esoteric traditions, the lion is a solar symbol representing divine power, enlightenment, or the philosopher's stone in alchemy, symbolising transformation of the raw material into the perfected state. It can symbolise the mastery of primal instincts or the ego, a key theme in mystical traditions. The knight's control over the lion reflects inner transformation, aligning with Gnostic or Rosicrucian ideas of spiritual ascent. The knight, having crossed into a higher state of being, crossed legs, rest with the lion, divine strength or wisdom under control, symbolising a perfected soul or becoming enlightened or unification. Although the Templars' association with esoteric knowledge may be speculative to some, their travels in the Middle East mean they would have encountered Islamic, Jewish or Eastern mystical traditions. Later groups like the Freemasons and Rosicrucians claim Templar influence, and there certainly is a shared wisdom between them. It is certainly both a beautiful and fascinating church to explore, and for the lovers of history, seekers of peace and the lovers of wisdom, a very worthwhile visit.